to me. This could get interesting. Oh, you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is this your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me. Let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past, and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time? Talk to me.
Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your favorite host on the East Coast, Don Worm. And as you can see, we got Tyke and Rhea in the house tonight.
Always in the house.
And we also got a very, 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 very special, important, beautiful, talented guest with us tonight. Her name, and she goes by the name of Grace Oak. And she also, I would like to say, she's like a sister of the Talk to Me podcast. She hosts a very, very good podcast that comes out every Sunday that goes by the name of One of a Kind podcast. Could you give us a little bit of, I guess, a rundown on what you do on your podcast?
Absolutely.
And what it's about?
Thank you guys for having me here. I'd love to be on this panel. And so my podcast is One of a Kind, and it's pretty much a personal guide to a millennial's journey. So it's almost like a lifestyle podcast. And I talk about, every different category of life, such as finance, career, personal development, all of that. So I'm just trying to, learn as I go, as well as sharing information from what I know, bringing in experts on my show to talk about what's relevant. So, relevant topics and passion projects, it's all in there. So you want more information, go to my page at One of a Kind podcast.
Go tune into her shit.
I also want to plug in how clever she is for One of a Kind is also spells out oak. So I thought that was so freaking cool. I was like, what a clever girl. I love it. So cool.
I know. What's our acronym for our joint? Ain't none of our names in that.
Oh, man.
TTMB.
IK.
TTMP. What else? TTMP.
You keeping it so if you ever got to cut us off, you gotta explain nothing in the name, right?
Facts. I'm like, I don't. them niggas in the first page, I don't even know them.
He's just gonna archive all them podcasts and start all over
Matter
again.
of fact, this shit was funny because someone hit me the other day. They were like, the girl who was in the very first joint y'all did, I don't ever be seeing her on the podcast no more. And I was like, oh yeah, Dom, that's some management shit he did.
Nah, fuck that. Okay, all right. Okay, put me.
Nah.
Yeah, all right.
Just kidding.
I ain't no snitch, but it wasn't me. But all right, anyway.
Man, throwback to the first podcast we filmed when it was me, you, and Ramsey.
Ooh.
And I remember we were going out. This is pre-COVID. Oh my God. It was,
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah, that's going to stay in the archive for sure.
Pre-COVID.
Before we get into everything, Grace, how's everything going with the podcast though? Like, is it going better than expected? Just as you expected? Worse than expected? How's your feedback? Like,
I'll tell you all of it. So in the beginning, obviously it was like a rush of adrenaline because I was like, wow, I'm actually starting something and I'm being consistent with my project. And then the more social media promos I'm putting in, by the way, I'm a Canva Pro.
Yeah.
Adobe. And yeah, no, it's going well. Right now I think it's just slowing down mostly because of I interviewed all of my guests. Like I'm pretty much done for the rest of the year.
Right, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and then the only reason why it's slow it's because I think that I'm just uploading or I said uploading like 3 times now. Every episode, every Sunday. So now I kind of want to have bonus episodes so that it's just right on track again because I don't want to keep having to wait every week and I'm like, all right, promo for this weekend and then do that for the entire weekend. I don't know. I think the more topics that I want to cover, I'm getting to that now than interviewing all these people because it was more of an interview-based style and I want to have more of a casual conversation rather than asking every guest on my show, business or entrepreneur questionnaire. So
we did the same type thing. We did when we started, we was always like, man, it needs to be like real professional, and like everyone was like, man, it was kind of hard to listen to. Like y'all are just like very stern, and like it's not like nothing joking and laughing about it, and like it's kind of just more like and I was like.
And then
So
Rhea
I,
had to come
I definitely
through
get
and
it.
shut
I
all
mean,
that down.
figure that shit out.
Yeah, I was like, yo, come on. It needs to be way more casual, like a natural, conversation with some ebb and flow going on rather than just like,
Sure.
what's this, what's that.
You
So
know,
Grace,
like
would you
this.
say that was like your first season? Or would you say that, you're going to be adding more into this first season? What would you call that?
Wait, so I was just distracted by Taiki's sunglasses.
I know, Taiki's glasses. He's sitting here, I'm looking
That
at
boy
the
looking like he
question.
about to ski somewhere.
So you
Can you
you
ask
said-
me that question again? Sorry.
Yeah, no. You said you were done with
Last
like
clown.
the interviews. So would you say like for your podcast, that was like your podcast first season? Or are you going to be adding bonus episodes and still including it into like your line of podcasts?
So I think I'm going to add bonus episodes. Like I said, I interviewed all these people regarding, their success, their journey in life, especially with their career. I have more career geared episodes than life. I want to hear more about, relationships. I want to hear more about friendships. I want to hear more about how to get your finances right. So I think I'm interviewing more people in those fields. So I'm just going to incorporate them into the bonus episodes with the episodes I've already recorded.
That's fun. That's exciting stuff. So what is your schedule? How often do you put out a podcast, Grace?
So I've been slacking off right now because I don't even know what day of the week it is because of the pandemic, and I can't use that excuse anymore because
Every day is a day.
Today is a day to stop.
Exactly.
And according to my laptop, it's Thursday, so I'm right on track. But yeah, I usually start off Mondays, with like posting just a brand new week, like, hey guys, this is the guest that I'm having, or are you ready for some excitement this Sunday? That sounded weird. And then Wednesday is when I remind people again with my stories. And then usually Saturdays or Fridays, I would just do like a weekend update, like this is coming up, make sure to subscribe and rate and review, because I figured that if I post it way too early, then, people's attention spans like a peanut. So I kind of have to remind them literally the day of or the day before.
Facts.
So that's the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, if Dom don't tag me in the shit for the talk to me, I forget to repost it. Like,
I've noticed that. I've noticed it.
I'm like,
all right, let me start fucking tagging his ass.
Because I have such a habit of like clicking through stories and like mindlessly clicking.
Yeah, exactly. You're just swiping through, just kind of.
So I was like,
exactly.
I remember he had posted one, and I was like, 2 days later, I was like, oh shit, I didn't repost it or whatever, or like I get lazy with the shit, and like, and I'm terrible about that. So like, it's something I noticed that I gotta figure out too. So like, as far as like the average viewer that's not like doing it, I could see them like literally just skimming through it. It's the same way. So I don't know how that is. So yeah, Dom, remind me. I'm not like.
Yeah, it's just because on the IG stories you can't tag anyone like how easy it is with the 1 minute joints. But now I'm tagging y'all every time.
Yeah, no, I know it's good
because I can see a difference when you post.
It sends me a message. It'll let me know. It'll ping me. So.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so as you all may know that I'm going into work every other week, and I was just skimming. You know how you do at work or at your home. You lucky fucks can work from home.
Well, you get off every other week. I don't hear none of that shit.
Wait, are you off or are you working from home every other week? That's the real question.
I go into work. We're gonna make this quick. I go into work and just found out this past Monday I have to, on my off weeks, I got to come in 3 out of 5 days.
Oh, now you gotta go. Okay.
I'm sick. But anyway,
before that, he was going in 1 week and having off the next week and still getting paid. So I'm not hearing that. Go ahead, Dom. Next topic.
Yeah. So fuck me, right? Fuck my feelings. I know you guys have most likely seen it, but we're gonna talk about it. So a rookie by the name of Kimeah Siverand.
I know exactly.
It's
okay.
the rookie,
fuck, man. This shit was so stupid.
It's the rookie cornerback off the Seahawks who actually signed a deal for 3 years and $2 million, but he wanted to do some stupid shit. So he ended up, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but he ended up trying to sneak in his girl into the team hotel during a training camp, and the coaches found out, and he later got cut from the team immediately.
What did he didn't call her his girl. He called her something else.
She better be something.
No, but it was not. He did not claim. I could have sworn he did not claim her as a girl, and he called her something else. And then there was like, oh, this was your girl. Like he called her something else. Anyways.
At that point, the girl better be playing the sport now to provide for him.
This is the dumbest move for. I hope it was a girl. I hope it was a wifey or something.
Did y'all hear how much money he had at stake though? $2 million.
Yeah,
that must be some great whatever she doing.
So she better have the wappest of all waps on. She better have that whippy whap. Shit, I know she don't got the looks.
Man.
All right, so if an NFL player asks you to come in the bubble, are y'all going?
No.
Grace, like, what it look like?
That's a bullshit lie.
My thing is,
what?
Hey, if I'm a girl, I'm going to the NBA bubble though.
First of all, it's like if I was her, I'd lose if he ain't my man. The fuck? If he ain't my man, I got nothing to lose. It ain't my $3 million that's at stake. The hell I got to do with me?
I'm dead.
I'm sitting here just trying to get mine at that point. I'm pretty sure she don't care. But on top of it, then she gets the publicity with it. So now her following went up. And now she's probably sitting here advertising for flat tummy tea.
No, nobody following
the blue gummy bears or whatever the fuck.
Nobody is following her.
Fashion Nova.
Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
No, you're OD.
They ain't following her.
Go ahead, plug in her at. I don't know, but it was.
You're not going in if someone invites you.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, gladly, but no, but gladly, as in like. I'm gonna check your room out.
Yeah, I mean, just because you go in, just because you go in doesn't mean you doing something for people to insinuate. Because I'm invited in, I gotta do something.
Get that gummy worms, get that bread, then leave.
What's the gummy worms, Grace?
No, they just have gummy worms or whatever candy.
At the hotel bar, whatever. Snack bar. Run up that snack bar bill. That's what you got to do. Get them little peanuts and stuff.
Sometimes they don't have those, but yeah.
Hey.
Get your snacks, get your bread, then leave.
The thing is, he ain't got no more bread now.
And leave.
Somebody will scoop him. Somebody pick him up.
Hold on.
No, but honestly though, I think that was like, aside from like the jokes, I think that was such a selfish fucking move. Like, dude, there was an entire reason why the bubble was put into place for you to go ahead and risk everybody who's in that bubble, like their life and whatever. Yo, I would be throwing shit. I'd be booing him as he's walking out. I'd be like, bruh.
I just think he wasn't thinking. Yeah. That's it. Like, some people just don't think and just do. So I think it was just one of those things where he was
wait, exactly, Grace. How old is he? He was young, wasn't he?
He's a rookie, so he got to be like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, for you to do something like that and to be thinking with this and not this, he had to have been like real.
Exactly.
Guys are so trash.
Think with that, so it's like, okay, like this is fine. I'm gonna sneak you in, like we're back in high school again.
How do you get caught? That's my question. On camera?
So let me tell you, cause she was dressed up in all Seahawks gear, and she was like, I'm a player. She tried to act like she was a player.
She thought the mask was gonna save her.
I knew that, but how did they find out though? Was it by camera?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you gotta check in at the front. They're not just letting nobody in. You know what I mean? You gotta check by someone, and they're like,
whose jersey was she wearing?
Probably his practice
gear like this.
His former practice gear.
You asking a female, the scrawny, I'm pretty sure scrawny little, like below, I'm assuming 5'5", 5'6", to come in and pretend to be a football player.
I know. Since we're on this topic, y'all seen the youngin who said she necked off 7 of the Suns players?
Yes, I did. That was funny.
I'm surprised you was not trying to talk about that, Dom.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me talk.
That's
Grace.
too sloppy.
Let me talk, Grace. Okay, so
hold on.
There was a radio interview, right? It was a radio interview, and it was like these two girls, and I just want to say, I just saw her part, and it starts off by she's like, I'm so shy. And they're like, okay. And then she was like, okay, I got a hotel room. And basically she was like, she went and like messed around with 7 dudes at once. And the dude was like, 7 guys. And she's like, yeah, it was 7 dudes. But the funniest thing is that she prefaced all this with, I'm so shy. And I'm like, girl.
It's that peer pressure.
Yeah, it's that peer pressure. That was
her friend was trying to
no
get
judgment though. Like as a girl, if that's what she wants to do, that's her prerogative. Like ain't nothing to me.
A little vague because before that she was like, yeah, like she had like hopped around with like a bunch of like basketball teams or whatever like before this, blah blah blah. But what she was pretty much saying was like I don't know all the details of it, and I don't even remember her name. But she was trying to get the other girl was trying to get Trey Songz caught up, remember? And and the other girl was like, yeah, like seven of the Suns player came through to my hotel like right before I was getting hit. Like I was getting hit like 10 minutes before the Suns players came in, and then I was like, they all came in, and then I just necked all 7 of them, and then he was like, what did you do? Like, what did you do with the cum? She was like, oh, I swallowed all of them, or some shit. And she
hey,
was like,
that was Tim. I didn't know. I don't remember hearing that.
I don't ever want to hear. I don't ever want to hear men or dogs anymore because that's a dog. Like, I was like,
I don't think she took her vitamins. That's why she.
I wouldn't even have been in the room.
You know what? That's her protein shake and teeth whitener for the year. She
the
done.
vitamins, like the vitamin pill, the boxes, like Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, there you go, girl. She had all that.
One for every day of the week.
You know what? That is what
right?
she did her thing, and I'm pretty sure she. You know what? Go you, girl. One up to you.
They said that's why the Suns were in the bubble, Don.
You said
I
what?
got nothing against it.
They said that's why the Suns.
No,
were
I know.
in the
I was
bubble.
that's just.
I wonder how they found out if it was the Suns or not. How the hell they find that out? They found that joint out quick.
Someone said something.
That's crazy.
Wait, is she looked like she was like IG famous or something. She looked like some like super dolled up, like very like maybe had some work done type of girl,
Yeah,
like
bro.
both her and her friend.
I ain't never heard of her except for her friend.
Yeah, she just looked like she had some work done, and maybe she has like a decent following, and which I'm assuming is how all these players found her.
Yeah.
Or she's just notable to do that, and they probably was like, all right.
I heard some girls be hanging outside of hotels and stuff for like away games and whatnot, and they know what hotel the players are staying, and so like they'll just be hanging outside the hotel. People do that after concerts too, but outside the hotel or just chilling in the lobby, just really just lurking, waiting. That's money moves.
This is crazy.
But,
all right.
I
didn't mean to get y'all off topic.
Yeah, that was thotty behavior, and I'm disappointed.
That's just overwhelming information. So I'm just.
Tyke, I'm disappointed. You gonna say I'm surprised Dom ain't bring that up? Fuck out of here. Not bringing that bullshit up. But anyway, so it's glad to hear that I'm the dark guy, the little thought on the podcast, I guess. But anyways, so speaking of toxic behavior, got a question for you ladies.
Oh God.
So we're gonna bring it back to the first episode where Elsa, we were talking about, I think, like first dates and stuff like that, and Elsa was like, guys should bring flowers on the first date. And I was
can you quote this, Elsa? Girl, I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to have you back.
She said this. That's all I said. That's what she said.
Okay.
She said guys should bring flowers to the girl on the first date. And my immediate answer was fuck no. Girls like fuck boys. But I didn't put any context at the end of what I said. So I had girls DMing me, I don't like fuck boys, I like men, da-da-da. I was like, I feel you, but I didn't really go into context to what I meant. But I'll give my answer after I ask you guys this question. Do females or women or girls, do they like toxic guys?
No.
Carter, you're being vague though, Don.
I don't think no.
I'm not asking it right.
Do you like toxic? Do you attract? I think maybe it's like, do you attract toxic men? I think that's what it should be. Because no one's going out saying, I mean, there might be some crazy.
Yeah, that's a horrible question.
Yo, I like it.
That's a horrible question. Yeah, I know. That's like me saying I like thoughts. Like, no, I don't.
No,
I get what you're saying.
There's a difference, but I'm gonna get to that in a little bit after you're done talking.
Ask the question where I'm trying to ask. We should have done this in pre
okay.
whatever the hell you call it. I'm not asking it right, but girls are interested into.
Girls choose bad guys over good guys. Is that what you're saying? No one likes a nice guy. No one likes a nice guy. Is that what it is?
That's what I needed to hear.
Is that true?
Keep it simple, stupid.
I'll be honest. When I was younger, I think I attracted toxic people, and two, yeah, as stupid as it sounds, it was like he's too nice. It was just like, No, like I was more of wanting to play, like I wanted to be Captain Save-A-Ho. So like if I knew something was broken, I was like, I can look way past that and I can fix it. And so it's like I'm gonna go ahead and it's like I can look past all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And the one nice thing he did throughout the entire like year or whatever, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, you know, it at some point when not all females, but I'm saying, you know, specifically speaking to me, when I was younger, yeah, 100%. Then eventually when you get older and you're trying to settle down and then you realize like, I don't have time to fix somebody when I'm trying to figure myself out. And it's like, now I want a nice guy, and now I am with a nice guy, and now it works out. It works out in my favor because it's like we're working on each other. There's nothing where we're like we need to fix each other type of thing. So to sum it all up,
building.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Younger Rhea, yes, I attracted toxic men, and I love bad boys. It was the appeal. It was like I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, I want you more. But once I see you know, I'm not going to give her too much attention. And it's like, wait, no, give me more type of thing. It was like, yeah, I like toxic chicks.
No, okay. So I do agree with Rhea. Like you do manifest certain people into your life because it's also a reflection of yourself too.
Exactly.
So I think women are confused. I mean, I was confused with, you know, men that are toxic versus men who are confident. So I usually like confident guys, you know, like not saying like all nice guys are not confident. They just have to kind of work towards.
They have like the reservation. Yeah, they have that little bit of like, I don't need to show off and be cocky about it. I know I'm confident, so I'll keep it here.
Right. So, but with people that do like, I guess toxic, I think they're confusing it with the masculinity, the confidence that a guy can bring. But a fuckboy or someone who's toxic, they literally has on their chest like fake confidence. Like they are carrying that shit with them. And so when it comes to, I guess, commitment, and this has to do with like attachment styles, right? Because if you're an avoidant person, like you're fearful of commitment and you're fearful of like, oh, what do you mean? Like you wanted a relationship, even though I just did, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, exactly. All that.
Yeah, I did all that shit for you. And now you're like, wait, whoa, you want something with, that's avoidant. And then obviously an anxious person is exactly what you said, Rhea. Someone who's like, wait, I want the attention. Why are you hurting me? I kind of like it. Wait, no, like give me all the attention. Like
the self-sabotage is like almost satisfying. It is just toxic on my behalf.
I think there's a difference between, you know, women don't like toxicity. Like, don't get me wrong. There are some that are like in the thrill for it. That's because they're just not aware, maybe.
Exactly.
I wasn't aware before because I was like, why am I, you know, this person's treating me like shit, but I'm still with them or I'm still talking to them. Like, I don't like this feeling. What is going on? That doesn't mean I like toxic. That just means I don't know how to get myself out of a situation. Or because I thought this person had all the traits that I had or I liked.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm a hard no with people like toxicity because that shit gets old. Yeah, like the more that you get
too old. For me, like if I'm still here, I almost find it hard to believe people our age are now quote unquote toxic. The only reason why I know people are is like the people I'm following like on TikTok, Twitter, whatever, they're like a little bit younger than me and they're going through the bullshit that I went through that I was once that age. But I'm like, come on now, we're like 26, 27, 28, 29, like 30, whatever. I'm like, bro, you're still having these type of like childish behaviors of like, you haven't figured out what you need, what you don't need, what you need to fix about yourself. And now you're sitting here trying to get babied by another woman. And then like, it's just like, and then you can't commit and these attachment issues. This is like this whole long laundry list of shit. I'm just like, men and women, let's just clarify. I know Dom said, like, do women like toxic men or attract toxic men? Women can be equally as toxic as men. So we're not going to have this one-sided. There are many women that I know have been toxic, are toxic, equally as much as men who are toxic or have been toxic.
I mean, we're all working on ourselves. So
exactly.
Sure, and then you see shit. That's why the shit you see on TikTok, what is this? Like, they're like talking.
Okay, TikTok, I just laugh at the younger generation. That's all I do. I just laugh.
Like,
it's a great thing to to get my rocks off too. I'm
They're like, I just manifested my ex again. I'm like, why?
I'm
What is this?
so glad I'm not into like that shit like that. Like I got enough like shit that I've dealt with like going through life. Like I got that problem too. Like I got like serious commitment issues and I have no idea where they stem from. Where it's like I only like there'd be good people that come in my life, but I'm like still waiting for this like fairy tale fantasy to get swept off my feet. I'm starting to wonder if you get love at first sight or you fall in love over time. I don't know yet because so there'd be a lot of good women that come in and out of my life, but I don't just get that you know what I'm saying, where you can just hang out with them and do nothing. Can't wait to see them. Whenever I'm not doing nothing, get ready to pick up the phone and call. Like I'm looking for that, like that fucking like high. And I'm starting to wonder if I'm getting to that point where I guess
keep your standards low or have no honestly, I'll tell you this. I'm joking about keeping your standards low. But honestly, my thing is like when you go into these things, my own advice, which I took my own advice. I'm not saying it just to say it, but go into things with absolutely zero expectations. One, you can't get hurt.
No.
And the only thing that can come out of it is if it's something that you have zero expectations, is you're just pleasantly surprised, and that's it. Yeah. Honestly, like when I first started dating RJ, I kept telling him I was so consistently pleasantly surprised because I kept saying, I was like, I have no expectations. So it's like, if you do this one nice little thing for me, it's like, oh my God, like I didn't expect that. Rather than, oh, I expected a bouquet of flowers rather than you bringing me home like sending me or Ubering me some like French fries or something. It's like, well, I wanted this instead. Zero expectations.
I don't have expectations on shit though. I just don't.
Maybe it's communication.
But I be trying to be as transparent as I can, and I don't know if
sometimes there's too much transparency. I understand communication should be transparent, but there's also some things that you just reserve, and you're like, okay,
exactly.
But see, I also don't.
There's a good medium.
I don't want to find myself just doing it to do it, and I'm finding myself just doing it to do it these days because I feel like I need to keep looking. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm really about to like step back, like and like not be in DMs or not go out and search, and kind of like really like do the stop the searching and walk life. Because if I take the time that I take to like go out and hang out and or look or chase women, that's a lot of fucking time I get back to figure out other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's draining.
Then I'll feel like, you know, maybe someone will align with the way I'm going or see the way I'm moving. Like that's my problem. Like I don't have the expectations on women, and I also think that's probably a bad thing. I don't have any at all, so I don't like anything that comes and goes in my life. It's kind of like, okay, that was fun. No hard feelings. Like I'm friends with most of the people that I've talked to for weeks, months, or years. Like because it never ends. I be transparent and try not to end on bad terms. This sucks for a minute, but it's like, yo, there's something that I'm like, I don't got it. You know what I mean? Like if the worst thing I'm gonna do is I'll rather be alone. And I'm dead ass. I'm very selfish in this aspect. I'd rather be alone than settle down and not be in love. I just can't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't settle because like I'm gonna let Dom get his shit off, but I feel the pressure from the outside world. Like my dad's always like, you need to start dating people, bringing them around. And I'm like, well, bringing them around my family is a little something important to me. I date women, you know what I mean? I date around, we go out, we do this, but I'm never like, man, I can't wait for you to meet my pops and my sister. Like if you meet my mom, my sister and my pops, then you know what I mean? Stuff that most people ain't never really taken with me, except my girlfriend from when I was a kid, you know what I mean? But so, and I gotta find that balance. The expectations I don't have, but maybe I need to have a little bit because when shit come and goes, it don't bother me. And I feel like I got cold in that aspect. But go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, nah, I don't got a lot to say. Oh, that was pretty good. I was quiet. Quiet
like, I didn't ask the questions.
But as far as how I'm taking it, as far as, well, for one, I think a lot of us, as far as our generation, it's the simple phrase of we always want what we can't have. So that normally puts you in this toxic or just funnel or being in denial of thinking like, there's no way this person is treating me like this after all this I've done for them. Or if she gave me a shot, like she would really be mine. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to just take a step back and just be like, bro, what are you doing? Like I find myself never listening to what I think I should do. Like I'm one of those guys that I'm great at telling people what to do, but when I get in a situation, I freeze and I don't even like do what I said I should be doing. If I
don't
was
take your own advice,
like,
boy.
It
One
is
of those.
horrible.
That's
So when
I'm one of those.
So when you said that, Rhea, I was like, wow, that's lit. Like you took your own advice. Like it's crazy.
No, that's the one thing I can't ever say something if I've never done it myself, because it's like if it doesn't work for me, then I'll be like, look, it didn't work for me, but you know, I tried it and it is what it is. But it's like for me, I told myself, I was like, look, you know, after I was like, I broke up, I was like in a 6-year relationship, you know, I was back in the dating game. I didn't know what I wanted. I just kind of was all like, you know, I had such high expectations. And I was like, every single time I found myself disappointed. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is this fun of dating when you're always like, you can't, you know, you can't reach these expectations I had. And I realized I was like, I'm asking and reaching for the stars at this point, where there will never, in my life, I know there will never be a human like ever to exist that will reach these expectations, because I don't even reach these expectations.
Sure. You gotta be
so
real.
It's like, how can I ask that out of someone else when I was like, okay, look, if I go into this with a blank slate and I sit here and I'm like, if I go with 0 expectations, I know I can't be upset. I'm not going to be pondering about it, killing myself of why I'm so disappointed and why this person didn't do this, when it's not something that they have. But and I took that, I ran with it, and it worked out great for me. I went on dates. I had no expectations. I wasn't sad. I was like, well, damn, it just didn't work out for me. I kind of tried to, I don't want to say I had like a man mentality, but honestly, it just kind of was like,
as a girl.
I mean, it kind of was. I was like, I need to remove all these emotions.
No bullshit.
It's just like, I need to remove these emotions. Like I'm putting too much emotions into something that doesn't need to have that many emotions. You're just trying to get to know someone. Like being disappointed that he didn't try to take the bill, or being disappointed that he didn't open your door. I'm like, is this worth being upset about? Like, no. And so I was like, okay, just no emotions, no expectations, and you can't get that.
The one thing that is always staying firm and stood tall is well done is better than well said. I don't give a fuck what no one says. If you want something, you're gonna make it happen. You will make time for anything. The gym, you never want to go. You make time. You make time for work. You make time for friends. You make time for other things.
That's one thing,
you can make time if you wanted to make time. If you wanted to see me the way I want to
100%. Even if it means,
I wish everyone thought like that.
I know. And Don, back to what you were saying, it's easy to give advice because everyone's got a moral compass. You know what you should do.
But you ain't gonna do it.
That's that denial, though.
It's easy to tell someone.
Denial,
I told you so, but you got to, like, as a man, you do shit, and someone. My dad tells me all the time, I'll go to him for advice. I'm like, Dad, what do I do? He's like, tell me this is exactly how I do it. And then I'll go against the grain what he says, because I got to figure it out on my own right now, because I'm going to do it my way, right? Like, because when I do it, it's going to be different. End up being the same exact shit he told me. And I'm like,
you don't even want to tell him, you told me that.
And then I'm like, man, and then it's like another, I told you so. Like, you need to start dating around.
I hate that shit.
Even if you don't like it, it's not forever, but you just got to try it out. You're not going to know what you want unless you try it, blah, blah, blah. Like, same old conversation, but as a whole nother story.
Grace, was you about to say something?
Yeah, you was about to say something, girl.
Yeah, I was about to say something that I forgot, but I remembered.
All right. Well,
I remembered again. So going back to what Rhea said about, expectations, like what if some people have, like, it depends on the person's expectations. Like, obviously go in with an open mind. Don't expect anything from the jump. Don't put your emotions too deep into something that's not deep, right? But what if these expectations are also a little bit of your standards? Like, I should expect this person to, I don't know, text me back or at a reasonable time, or, it's
I think it's like reasonable expectations. Because my thing is like, 0 expectations for me is like things that I know someone will go out of their way to do, or I think is considered nice. Now for me, like texting me back within a reasonable thing, that's not expectation. I'm like, yo, if you ain't gonna text me back, because we had this conversation, what was it? Taki brought it up. It's like, if they don't text you back after like 24 hours or some shit, like we just cut them the fuck off. It's stuff like that. It's like, if I'm talking to you, yeah, I expect you to text me because it's a conversation. But now, like, let's say I go on a date with you, you don't have to go and try to offer to, pay the bill, but if you do it, I'm not going to go in with that mindset of, I expect you to do this, or I expect you to do like things that will go out of your way. Like, there's those type of things for me. So do you guys do believe in right person, wrong time, or do you think that's a block that people put
needed
up?
some shit to get off.
Okay, go ahead,
he was like, I have to make you guys stop.
No, because I'm going to attack the millennial mindset, including myself. So y'all kept on saying expectations and stuff like that. Like, you know how DJ Khaled always say, don't ever play yourself? That is like low-key the greatest sentence ever. Like, I apply it to so much shit. Like, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and be like, yo, what the fuck am I about to do? So what I mean by that is like, as far as expectations, sometimes it's okay to not tell your homeboy or your homegirl, like, yo, you about to go on a date and you really like her a lot. Because if you tell him, he gonna tell your other boy, and then that's when them expectations come, and that pressure come, and then you ain't gonna be yourself. You don't know how many times where I've hit up my boy, I was like, yo, what should I say back to this? And I listened to them, and it fucked my game up. And I'm just like, bruh, this is another thing. Remember, when you point the finger at someone, always remember you got three fingers pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever put yourself in a position where, damn, why did Tyke tell me this? Do it for you and just keep your shit private. Because we're living in an era where it's all about social media. I gotta have the baddest bitch. I gotta have this. I gotta have that. I gotta have that. Move humble, stay quiet, and you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I believe you do need to have expectations, like Grace say, and then also you do need to keep your shit private. At least for the most part.
So can I ask one question and then I'll let y'all go?
Yeah, I'm done.
There was one person that I was talking to, and we had got to the point, like, if we like ever were to date, like, would we post each other? And she was like, probably not. And
what's her name?
I think I know who this is. Anyways, let's go.
Yo, Rhea be acting like she know everything.
I be trying to instigate. I try to instigate so then y'all hit me up in the group chat like, bro, you really know who it is? He was like, you know, it was so and so. I was playing y'all like shit.
I'm with Dom. I really don't be telling people who I'm talking to because I don't like I go through the motions and not figure shit out, and then if something I'll say it. But she was like, probably not. And for a second I was like, man, what the fuck? And then I was like, man, you know, matter of fact, I might not either. As long as we got our shit strong, like I ain't gotta tell y'all shit. And once I start telling y'all shit, or y'all start commenting and like sending my shit out to someone, it gets bad. Like, this us, you know what I'm saying? It ain't them. You know what I mean? So now I was like, you know what? That's probably a smart way to move. And I see a few people who do that now, and they good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, not to say you don't have to post someone to say
when your shit out on Front Street,
but it don't.
Niggas waiting to pick your shit up.
This is how I know people talk.
I like that bar.
On Instagram, you know, people make it a fucking holiday when they fucking got a girl or a dude.
No, 100%. This is how I know people talk. Because when I posted my first photo with RJ, me and RJ dating, I have like the business Instagram, right?
Up.
So I can see how many people had sent our photo.
Let me guess.
It's not that much. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's like 40, 50. It wasn't that crazy. But I know people were talking. But it was 15 people who went and sent our photo. And I'm like, it was a very nice, it was like me and him were dressed up like, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Yeah, and I'm just so like, I'm like, people were talking because I was like, one of our.
I ask that question. You pulled that shit up before we started?
Facts.
I was going through it. I was going through it as Tyke was saying. I was going through it as Tyke was talking because it was so funny because it was the same thing because I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take my sweet ass time before I post something, you know. I'd rather have my parents know and then my closest friends know when I know it's serious and stuff like that before. Because as soon as we start dating, I'm not going to post something up for the gram and people start talking and then it doesn't work out. So like I waited and then I posted it and then I didn't realize that I could see people were sending photos or whatever it was because I didn't bother to look at it. And then I think somehow I was like on one of my old photos, my own, I saw that people can send my photo. And I was like, let me go and see, just out of curiosity, you know, some other ones. And I realized I looked at one that was the first one of RJ and I was like, wow, people really saying here just like, oh yeah, they dating.
It can't be, it's not always a bad thing though.
Where they're saving that shit. You're like, what are you saving this for?
It's not always a bad thing.
It's not always a bad thing. It's like,
yeah, don't think negative.
But also, you never know what people.
I got 8 saves too. I'm like, it ain't.
Who gives a fuck? See, I'm in the like. The people who set their shit up as a business account, this is no negative connotation towards those people. They want to see who's sending their shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have your account set up that way. It's kind of like you keep it up set up that way so you can see it. Motherfuckers set that shit up so they can see who sends and likes their shit.
Well, yeah, 100%. But I want to just preface this with these new features were way before, like, you can go, like, I had it way before you could see people sent it and saved it and stuff like that. And so, like, I can see now, like, oh, okay, well, this photo, now we have this feature, you can see who sent it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay.
I know Don, we trying to move on, but I got one serious question I want to know. Like, and like, so when you're in like a real committed relationship, right? Are you confident enough, whether you have a passcode or not, to leave your phone? Like, should you be confident enough to leave your phone and let your boyfriend, girlfriend answer the phone, go through their phone if they need to, whatever, blah blah blah? Or is that still, even if you're not doing nothing wrong, you're 100% not doing nothing wrong, or is that just your phone and that's it? Why are you going to my phone?
I got a follow-up question too.
No.
Okay, well,
I wished you asked.
I'm open.
All right,
It's the same
let's try
shit.
not to harp on the question too long. I just want to know like the
yeah, I'll tell you real quick, just because I am in a serious relationship. RJ and I use each other's phone all the time. Sometimes my shit is over there, he lets me use his, or like I tell him he'll open my phone on his own and he'll go through my stocks and just see how my stocks are doing. I don't give a fuck. There is nothing in my phone. Literally everything in my phone is either my dog, my stocks, or my email. So I don't care at all. I'll leave my phone and use his.
Would you ever be mad if you just called him like going through your messages and him and you
No, never, ever.
Betrayed, and what if he was just like, I was just
I'll tell you, I won't get upset, but I'll get a little bit butthurt if he goes to the girls group chat just because we be talking.
Yeah.
What you think, Grace?
Crazy shit.
All right, go ahead.
I don't care. Like, I wouldn't genuinely care, but I was like, damn. I know if you're going through the girls' group chat, you're trying to find like when I was pissed at you, and I said some stupid shit, like you're so fucking dumb, like that type of thing. But other than that,
go ahead, Grace. I'm anxious to hear what you guys say.
I mean, you know, if you're gonna date me, I already trust you. Like, exactly. The thing is, if you are so afraid of me looking at your phone, or you think I have some shit to hide, like I will gladly give you my phone with no passcode. Like, it's gotten to a point where sometimes I don't even use passcodes because they're just, you know, like the full face ID and like the the mask and everything.
I don't know my
like,
shit.
Very open. But even if I had someone that I was dating, I mean, I wouldn't care. I don't have shit to hide. If anything, sometimes I'm more afraid of what they're doing because, you know, most people, I mean, I'm like that. Out here, this world is kind of ghetto. The dating world is ghetto, Rhea. Yeah. I have no idea. You are taken. I'm just saying. But
I will leave it with this. And for years in high school, I rode for this fucking quote because I learned the hard fucking way. And I want everyone to remember this. If you go digging for dirt, you will find dirt. 100%. It don't matter. You can be digging for dirt 10 years ago. I can go through his phone. I'll probably find something to get pissed off about. That was even before we dated, and I'll find something. If you're looking for something to be upset about, you will find it, and you will be upset about something. That's why you just don't do it. That's why you just don't do it.
That boy faithful as it gets. Stop playing. So to go feed off of Tykie's question. So what if you're dating someone, right? Because I've been in this predicament. Shit's sick. So I used to I'm playing music. My girl want my shit. She, you know, play the music, whatever. She got the phone in her hand. She driving, right? And there was one instance where I picked up her phone and she got pissed. So my question is, if you're in a relationship and like I said, your partner can see yours, but once you pick up your partner's, she say no or he say no, what you doing? You breaking up? You're having a big discussion? You're arguing? What is the stipulation there?
I'm gonna just address it. I'm gonna be straight up like I'm not looking to go through your phone at all. Yeah. But if you so quick to snatch it, then you know, let's talk about this. I'm a big believer.
Talk to me.
I would rather. It sounds weird. I'd rather get something done to me than do to someone else, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna sleep good knowing you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be fucked up about it.
Nah, like, my heart can't take that. I'm doing it.
See, don't do it to me. Nah, not me, because I want to know that
he wants to be the right in the situation. He don't want to be wrong.
Why would you wrong? Stand on your shit. You know, I fucked up. You know, I tell everyone, like, whenever they ask me, why y'all split? Look, you know, I was doing some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? I fucked up. Like, you know, got to the point where, like, cause she couldn't handle it no more. Like, I say my truth, but I'm going to be the one next time or whenever is to be like, you know what, man, some shit just went down and like I played my part and, you know, it just didn't work out, you know, but I'm a sleep good at night knowing that it wasn't me. And that's how I want it to be.
No, I got you.
Like, get right, Tyke, because you want right. Get right, Tyke.
Tyke, what you want to get
to answer Dom's question, for me, I would just have a discussion. I would just be like, for you to be so defensive about me touching your phone, like I automatically, first of all, if I didn't say anything, it would eat me up inside and I'll be pissed the whole fucking day because I'd be wondering and wondering and wondering and wondering. And then I'm just eating myself up inside. So right then and there, I just feel like I'm not understanding the defensiveness of you grabbing your phone. And I would think something's wrong and you have something to hide.
Exactly. You
Simple as that.
question their behavior, because then why are you so hesitant, or why are you so anxious about your phone? Like, why are you just jumping to, I don't know. Then that's how some people jump to conclusions, because you're like, oh, why are you holding your phone like that? And some people,
I won't even lie. When I was younger, I was like that, not because I had anything to hide, but just because at that point in time, all I had was my phone. And so for me, it was like, oh, like this is all I have. Like this is when I was really young. I was like, I don't have anything else. Like I'll hold it and you can go through it, but like don't take my phone. But I'm older now. Like I don't really care. I can buy myself a new phone.
It's kind of a tough question though, because we're doing all this rapping, but I think when feelings come, you don't know what the fuck you gonna do for real. It sound good. No, I'm saying it sound good, but like.
Right, it always sounds good to you. Like I mean, that's all the shit is.
It's a lot of shit sound good. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
It's easy to talk about.
I've done some shit I never thought I'd do.
Like that's just simple.
You know why? My phone is so fucking dry, and I'll be sitting here and bring your shit out there.
So
I'll fucking text him.
Dry ass phone.
On the phone though.
Yes. Yeah. I text the same 3 fucking
she got that
people.
weapon at that.
I'm like, man, the most excitement my phone gets is the stock market from 9:30 to 4. I'm like,
yo, I'm a funny nigga. I don't care.
No, my phone is dry. So yes.
All right.
What you keep looking around for? You got a little lady coming over or something?
No, sir. I'm looking at our doc, my guy.
Okay.
Business first.
Speaking of the doc, what's
later.
next?
What's next? Next. Dun.
Also, for everyone listening or watching, doesn't Tyke's room look like a tattoo parlor?
Hey, don't be going at my nigga shit.
Speaking of tattoo parlor, Tyke, what was the question you asked us earlier?
The light skin, the black bookshelf,
that shit fire.
painting in the back. You know,
if y'all think Tyke should get his nose pierced, say yes in the comments. Say yes or no in the comments. That's what y'all should do.
Or should I get my cartilage pierced? I'm getting one.
Yeah.
One of the two, or both.
Hey, quick question.
Get your cartilage pierced. I don't
want to go on this long, but if you're about to have sex with a dude, or you just see him take his shirt off, take out the sex. That was too much. If you see a dude take his shirt off and he got his nipples pierced, are you judging him? We don't have to go on along. It's a no. True, I got mine. Sorry.
I'm judging.
Yeah, I am.
Tyke, ask your question.
I'm not a fan of women with nipples pierced either. It's like sucking on a fucking quarter.
Have you sucked on?
What quarter you been sucking on?
No, but you know what it tastes like.
I get what you said.
You know
what was your question though from earlier about the time and shit?
I don't want to. It was just like relationships today, man. I like it.
You a Pisces, that's why.
That's right, exactly.
And spicy.
That's what we should have done is we should make a poll as to what they think. I don't know nothing about the earth signs, but I would like to see the motherfuckers that be in it, like to what they would think that we are. But we should make a poll about that. Do you believe in the right person, the wrong time, or do you think that is just a way to,
everything's meant to be or whatever?
Yeah, or like a way to defer someone or something. Like, I love you, I like hanging out with you, but it's just not a good time for me because of blah 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 blah. We don't gotta stay on long. I was just curious.
Oh, I got my answer, because at some point in time I did believe that, and I was like, damn, like it just wasn't the right time for so and so. And then I figured out, I was like, oh hell no. I was like, everything does happen for a fucking reason. So I was like, no, there's no such thing of the right person at the wrong time, because like you said, Tyke, if it is the right person, you will make time.
Right. I'm with that.
I agree with that too, but I also have my opinion on, I think you do meet, I definitely do agree that you do meet people for a reason.
Wonderful people too. Yeah, wonderful people.
Right. You meet people for reasons, all for lessons, right? And sometimes maybe we do meet people at the wrong time due to like their finances aren't right. And some people, they attach that with their ego. They're like, if I'm not good with my finances, if I'm not good with where I'm at, like the security of it all, then I can't get into a security in a relationship or whatever. Or they're moving away and it's just things that they can't control. there are times where you do, you know, manage, or someone is getting married to someone else. I don't know. That's crazy. But, or, you know, people are not ready to commit and they're not ready in life to be in a relationship with you. But then there are stories, or there are instances where people do come back. You know, I mean, the same people that weren't ready, you know, at the wrong time, they do come back at the right time.
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess it's just based on what you're willing to make work, pretty much. And
I think,
I don't know. It's just like a combination of things, because I do believe what you say with, you know, there is no right, the right timing is the right timing, because obviously the people that you talked to or you dated didn't work out, and then you realize that later on, you're like, wow, those were actually lessons to bring me back to a perfect guy or a perfect woman, whatever, right? And but then there are times where like you're like, damn, like this person was meant for me, but this is not the right time. Then you go on dating other people, and then you're like, I'm still thinking about that person or whatever. And then later in life, 10 years later down the road, and you're with that person. It's just,
oh yeah, I know.
Shit, I wish I was with that person. Fuck.
I think that's an excuse for men to just not be with that person. I think it's a cop out. When men say it ain't the right time, in my opinion, I think it's a fucking cop out, because you just don't want to say you don't want to fucking be with me.
No.
I'd rather have you tell me that you don't want to be with me than you lie and just be like, it's just not the right time, because you know what? You're going to end up with someone else 2 months later. And I'm like, what is the difference between now and 2 months, bitch? Because I know you ain't end up dating someone.
This is the point that I'm trying to get at, though. People mistake sometimes having a connection with someone as a friendship connection over a physical connection as well. We might be vibing and we might be at a spot in life where we are on the same spot. Just because we having a lot of similarities and a lot of like connection don't mean is got other shit coming with it. You know what I mean? People mistake that, men and women. So,
but then again, people don't give that person or that a chance, because then people are like, oh, well, what if you do have that connection? What if you are meant to be with this person? Or what if this person is making you a better person? Or, you know, just all of that, right? Like all in divine time.
Okay, so that goes into, do you think people come into your life to teach you lessons? That's
no. Okay, let me get my shit off, because I need to go. And that's basically where I was going.
He needs to go because of his lady friend. Okay.
So for one, I honestly think the person that took the L is gonna say that. As far as this was not it was a wrong time or whatever. What would you say?
Right place, wrong time. Right person.
Yeah, right place, wrong time. It's literally a justification. You know what I'm saying? You're justifying your L. Like, take the L and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But for real, I think as far as on the other side, if someone gives you that, you know what I'm saying, and basically break things off, it's just that person being selfish or greedy, or they're just fucking lost. But majority of the time it's selfish and greedy. Because I'll be honest, I can tell you there's 2 women out there that if I wasn't selfish or greedy, we probably would have been married by now.
But you got to be selfish.
I know. I was young, but like there's 2 girls in my past, like I hit them with the same
still thinking about these 2 women. So you know what? Shout out to both of y'all females, because y'all done did something right.
Whoa. I'm just telling you, everything on paper was lit. Like everything was great. But
look at paper, homie.
I was just being greedy.
Dom froze.
Yeah. I know. I was gonna say, is that me? God was all like, "Damn."
God said, "Shut up."
He was greedy. They're like, he was being selfish. That's his time.
God said,
"Nah, it was literally just me. I was just being selfish."
Nah, you froze though.
Oh, there we go.
I was being greedy and selfish. That's it.
You froze. We didn't hear none of that.
What? All right. Well, long story short, I had 2 girls in my life in the past when I was younger. I basically gave them the same shit y'all just said, as far as, you know, wrong time, right place, whatever the hell. I know I can't repeat that, whatever. But I was just being greedy and selfish. But like I said, everything was straight. Like, I had no complaints, but it was just wrong time. I was young. Then again, justifying. But it just goes down to being selfish.
Dom, I have a question for you. What was the wrong time? Wrong time meaning like you didn't want to settle down. You just wanted to keep having some fun.
Okay, I'll keep it slight. All right. High school, going to college. That was one. No, that's just one. That's one. High school, going to college, and then my senior year.
Oh, okay. I get it. I see you. No, I totally get it. Okay.
So I was like, damn, I'm about to start working. I'm about to go in the real world. And it was the beginning of my senior year. So, yeah.
Interesting.
You can't spell love, life, or lesson without the L. We all take them.
Yeah, for sure. That's right.
I've taken my fair share of L's.
I'm still taking my L's, so it's fine.
Keep handing me my L's, yo.
I carry my motherfucking L's to work every day.
All right, I got a question.
We know Tykie's been taking L's from the beginning.
All right,
Tykie's taking the craziest
we'll end it on this
my
question.
Initial is L. My dad fucked me on that.
We'll end it on this question.
Wait, I have a question though.
Oh, you got
Real
it.
quick. I'm giving y'all the question now.
All right.
So, talking about, right timing, wrong person, left and right, sure. Do men or women marry the person at the right time, like when they're ready to commit?
Yes.
Or when, okay.
What was the second one?
I mean, I don't know. You interrupted me, so I was going to my train of thought.
I'm being ignorant.
Crazy.
I'm the ignorant guy on the.
Yeah, you are the ignorant thought in this episode. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, are they ready to marry when they're ready, or do they marry the love of their life or whatever? What is your opinion?
Yeah, I think men get to a certain point in life, and whoever they've been with at the time, they're kind of like this. And some men will saddle up and be like, she been riding with me, I can spend my life with her type shit. But I mean, that's a double-edged question because it can go either way. Like,
it can go either way.
The goal is right to marry the love of your life, right? That's everyone's goal.
Yeah.
Nobody wants
right, but I just wanted your opinion on it because you do hear stories of people being like, wow, like this person thought about, going back to thinking about that person who really fucked you up or something.
I can't do that because that means the woman loves me more than I love her, and then and then I'm doing it for her because she stuck around long enough. But,
that's sad, yeah. Because then that's just a pity marriage at that point. I mean, don't pity marry me.
No, don't pity marry me. But then I'm weak.
Just
anyway.
drop me off.
No, I'm weak as a man. I'm weak for bending the knee. Then that's a man's fault.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to get. We ain't gonna stay this age forever. It ain't gonna be all fun and gold and everything all the time. We won't get to that point where life is standstill, boring, and kids come and go, and there's no new excitement in life. I want to be able to come home and have that old love. I'm not gonna be like sleeping back to back or sleeping in different rooms when I'm 60.
Right.
Yeah. People don't look too far ahead, but those times come. You know what I'm saying? So you can't forget. You can't just exchange the rest of your life for the right now.
Yeah.
I get the type where he wants to sit at 1, 2 in the morning in an abandoned parking lot, listen to 90s and 2000s R&B, talking about life and what goals they have.
Listen, remember when we first met? Man, this was the song that we was listening to. We can still get it like that. Like,
Tyke gonna get that shit off. I already know. Tyke will get that line off. Give me a kid. Give me daddy little sugar. But honestly, for real, like you said, it's a double-edged sword or whatever. I think the sad thing is, I would love to know this percentage. Well, let's just say people, because I don't want to say men. Do people actually fall in love with the love of their life, or they become complacent? Like, I want to ask people, did you become complacent and just say, fuck it, she's the one, or did you really fall in love with the love of your life? Because I think guys do that, and girls do that. You know what I'm saying?
None of us can really answer that question yet, now.
Yeah, it's a tough question. I can't answer it. That's why I gave you 2.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's kind of like, it's what you hope for.
Yeah.
Well, I'll settle y'all in 10 years. Okay.
You didn't settle, Rhea.
Awesome.
Your man's
I didn't settle.
Grace, check in with us. Keep checking in with us.
I will in 10 years, and I'll let you know.
I hope it don't take that long. God damn.
Listen, I'm saying I'm being gracious. 10 years, I'm
checking
with y'all, and when you guys have kids,
all right,
and all that shit. So
if he has these expectations to heaven,
we're gonna end it on this. On baby, we're gonna end it on this.
All right.
Actually, I got 2 questions. Make it quick. Everybody got one answer except for Rhea. Right. So Grace, if you had to bet when you think you'll get married, how many years from now? Just give me a number. Throw a number out there.
Well, with the I'm going here.
I said one answer.
Damn. Okay.
I know. I'm joking.
Maybe in like 5 years.
5? What you think, Zachy?
If not, I'll cry. Fine.
I'm like a 33-year motherfucker, like 7 probably.
7?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm the type of nigga. I
say 32 for Dom.
I say 4. I say I'm wilding, but yeah, I say 4.
Damn, I gotta be dating you now.
I say 4. Cause like I could see myself dating dating a female for 2 years, and then after 2 years putting that ring on it. I can just see it. But all right, that's the question.
Sounds like I know what I like. I like what I like, and I'm
y'all
actually
sure.
on it.
Y'all ain't even really fought yet.
Oh no, you can get into some real fights in 2 years. In 1 year, I best believe that.
I almost hit this nigga with a frying pan. It's like, nah. All right, Grace, question for you.
Go ahead.
How do you want to be remembered?
With my loving self. I think. What is that? Why'd you cough?
Coronavirus. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, for my kindness, obviously, the way that I give, the way that I love, I don't think that you come across a lot of people that, I mean, do that, especially in this generation, this day and age. Like, a lot of people are very masked, and I feel like or even hurt. They operate on a lot of brokenness. I feel like even when I do become broken, I learn how to bounce back, and I still give people the same amount of love, even if they did me dirty. So, and like with everything that I do, honestly, I show up and I'm kind and I'm loving, and that's it. That's really it.
Oh, so that's how you want to be remembered?
Yeah, just myself.
Show up, kind, love. Okay, all right, okay.
Things that can't be taught. You just get born with shit like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, solid. Do y'all have anything to say at the end?
No.
Yeah, don't forget, comment if you want Tyke to get his fucking nose pierced.
We're gonna put it just
He's
like
really
that.
contemplating it, y'all. Like, he really wants to.
Like,
I don't know
you
why.
want one or two or both, or what's going on here?
I want the small joint. Like
Hey, that's how you know when dude's going crazy. I'm
when
about to
like-
get
Yeah,
my
like,
nose.
he's currently
in
still
2
in the
months,
single phase.
you
not
heard it
ready
first.
to
In
settle
2
down.
months,
If he's getting
Tyke
no
will get a
face.
tattoo.
I've been looking at tattoos.
I
I've been
know.
looking at piercings.
No
Or
niggas.
you live in one parlors, a tattoo parlor, so I see where
I know.
He gonna
I
get a
I
tattoo.
might do this shit myself. Fuck it.
Tyke, just get your cartilage pierced. You ain't, especially right now with like wearing masks, you don't want to get your nose pierced. That's just gonna get infected.
I just want to know what inspired you to do this, like right now, especially who inspired you? Like
Give
what's
us the
going
real
on?
answer.
What's going on your head?
A girl was like, "Oh my God, you will look so cute."
Also, someone DM'd him
Right.
randomly, like, wow.
So if a girl said, Tyke, I want your nipples pierced, would you do that?
I'm
no.
like,
If it was the love of your life, would you do that?
No.
It's the love of your life.
love of my
Tyke was
life.
all like,
I'll check back in 5 years. Tyke.
baby,
Love of my life, I do it.
one nipple piercing's all I need.
I do it for my love of my life, for my
I
baby.
Oh, see, Dom, that's real. See, that's real.
I do a lot for my baby. Shit, fucking
Tyke, you're fake as fuck.
for my baby.
We leave it on that note.
Shit.
We leave it on that note.
Hey, last thing I gotta say, thank you. Shout out to our subscribers. Shout out to our future subscribers. Shout out to our first-time listeners, and thank you for watching. Talk to me, bitch.
You ain't even.
Motherfucker say bitch.
You didn't even
What?
thank Miss Oak for.
No, he already said it in the beginning.
We ain't over then.
It's all good.
Thank you, Grace, for joining us with our panel. We loved your lovely presence. You are definitely a good addition to the show
was
or the
fun.
panel.
Thank you.
I always love having another
we
female edition.
Hopefully we can link up with you again in like 2 months or so. We can get back on this relationship grind. Dr. Oak.
I'm good. I'm drained off
Dr.
that
One of a
joint.
Kind.
Dr. Oak.
There you go. Do some relationship advice type stuff.
You got anything to say back, Grace? Since like fuck that, he put me on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
Just rapping, so I was like, yeah, I like the Dr. Oak in
You
this
like
segment.
that?
But no, it was, you guys are freaking amazing. Everyone, please go subscribe, rate, review, watch, all the shits. Yeah, I mean, why 2 months though? Well, we're gonna have it soon, so.
Hey,
Yeah, we can do it in a month.
I'll be talking shit. I just
realize
said anything.
we all be trying to get our shit off. So you really got
Grace, what's your app for your
I-
podcast?
like
With
that.
at One of a Kind podcast? Yeah, what is it? At One of a Kind.
Like in all the streaming platforms that
Yeah,
I
and
have.
where can they listen?
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, okay, got it. The most important one
Good
is
shit,
Apple,
Tyke.
Apple Podcast and Spotify. That's where you can rate and review and also do a subscription. So I might have a YouTube channel soon because I need to make everything visual nowadays. So yeah.
You got to see your pretty face.
Well, thanks for coming on. We always enjoy talking shit. And
So it was fun.
I love talking that talk with y'all.
This felt so normal. I totally forgot we had a guest and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just some
I know,
regular
right?
shit.
She's
You
a
know
guest.
what
She's a guest on the panel on the podcast, but she's a friend first. So
That's why I said her
Girl,
podcast is a sister.
Grace was also,
Yeah.
she's a friend of ours that we brought on. So it's not like this is our first time meeting her. So she's a long time friend of ours.
And she helps us with our pod. All right. Thank you for watching again. Talk to me.
me.
Podcast. Bitch.